Last night I was reading that Horton Hears a Who, that Dr. Seuss book with my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter. And, this elephant is in the jungle of Newell, right? And there's this one line in there where he's got to save this little creature, something that's floating around on a dust ball of some sort. And he says, well, just after all, I have to save him, after all, he says, because a person's a person, no matter how small. It goes something like that. And I thought about that, right? That a person's a person no matter how small. And I thought about, wow, even at the moment of conception, when an egg combines with a sperm, we have 3 billion chemical pairs at that immediate point in time. That little teeny pin, amorphous blob that's the size of the head of a pin. And yet, if you were to write the amount of information at that point in time in books, you'd fill 1,000 books, 500 pages each, with text so small that you'd need a microscope to read it. And then within a period of just a week, you've duplicated that content 100 times over. Within 3 weeks, you've got basically every system and subsystem already starting in the human body. At that point, you know every single thing about that person. They're very small at that point, going back to Horton, but you know everything about that person. Not just their sex. We're talking about the color of their hair, the size they're going to be, the color of their skin, the pigmentation, the different things. Within 6 weeks, everything's growing. The respiratory system's going to a certain degree. Things are at least flowing in there. The heart's starting to beat. Phenomenal to get in an ultrasound situation today and see a child at 8 weeks, at 9 weeks, at 10 weeks. Utterly staggering. So I kind of return back to Horton, and I think, a person's a person, no matter how small.